Today we're going to evaluate an integral using the u substitution, and it involves radicals. Many students see a radical and they run for the hills. They don't want to deal with it, they're afraid of it, and I want to show you there's nothing to be afraid of. The first thing to do is to rewrite this integral as 4x plus 1 to the 1/2 power dx, because the 1/2 power is the same thing as the radical. Now, the obvious choice for you here is the stuff inside the parentheses, because there's really nothing else to choose from. So let's go to our magic box and make a replacement. U is 4x plus 1. Immediately take the du, which is the derivative of the u, and you get 4 dx. Divide both sides by 4, and you get 1/4 du is equal to dx. Keep in mind the following. Everything in the original integral has to be accounted for in the u substitution, namely the magic box. So notice dx here is accounted for by 1/4 du. And of course u is there already in the assignment. And keep the 1/2 power. So now what we do is we're going to come out of our magic box and rewrite the new integral as u to the 1/2 du and the 1/2 out here. Okay, everything has to be accounted for. Dx gets replaced by 1/4 du, and u gets replaced by 4x plus 1. Now when we integrate here, we get the following. We have 1/4 u to the 3/2 divided by 3/2. This simplifies into 2/3 times 1/4 u to the 3/2. This fraction here, always flip it over and you'll never go wrong. Okay, many people ask me that, and it's because they've forgotten how to do fractions. Okay, simplify this a little further and we have that 2/12 u to the 3/2. Now what we want to do here is we want to resubstitute, and when we do the resubstitution, I like to call it resub. Just replace the u by what it was originally, which is 4x plus 1. So this simplifies into 1/6 times 4x plus 1 to the 3/2 power plus c. So this is our answer right here, and we're going to check it in our next slide to see if it is actually the answer I claim it to be. So in this slide here, we're going to write our original integral. The original integral was the integral of 4x plus 1 dx. That's our original. Okay, my answer, which I claim to be, my answer I claim is 1/6 open parentheses 4x plus 1 to the 3/2 plus c. Okay, and now I'm going to take the derivative of my answer, and if I am right, I will get the original integral back. So the derivative of this here, the derivative is going to be 3/2 times 1/6 open parentheses 4x plus 1 to the 1/2, the derivative of the inside. Here's the famous chain rule here. Okay, so now when you do the simplification, this goes into 4 once and into 12 3 times. 3 cancels 3, and we're left with 4x plus 1 to the 1/2 power, which is the same thing as writing 4x plus 1 radical. And this here matches my original integral which tells me that my answer is correct.